Hi Taurus, welcome to Wild Pearl Tarot. Welcome to my channel. We're going to be doing timeless tarot messages today. Whenever you see this message, that's when it's supposed to come across your path. I really appreciate you being here during a storm. There's something about having good company when it's storming outside. It just makes everything feel special. We're going to read the cards as they fly out. If they fly out in reverse, that's how we'll take them. First, we're going to start with an oracle deck called the Divine Feather, and it's going to give us an idea of where your reading is going. It's kind of like the title of the song, right? If you enjoy this, please like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. It helps the channel. And for a lot of you guys who are revisiting the channel, hit the notifications bell, join the family, subscribe. A lot of you guys haven't subscribed yet. I'd love to invite you to do that. So we have two messages here. This is the title of the song, remember. The wisdom and messages of the divine are within you. Okay, so it's all about that high priestess energy. You have the answers, even if you feel like right now you don't. And then the other one is the magical and unique qualities of your untapped potential are unfolding now. I do feel like these are related. Have you ever had a moment, Taurus, where you surprised yourself? And it could have been something that you just blurted out at the right time, the right place. It could have been the right action. It was the perfect action for a scenario or a circumstance. So this has a feeling so far of you may surprise yourself. That's all I'm going to say. Let's get into the tarot. So messages for Taurus. What do they need to hear right now? Whether they're checking it today, tomorrow, or years from now. What does Taurus need to hear right now? Take this only if it resonates, you guys. I will give you advice at the end of the reading, so make sure you stick around to that. I have to say the disclaimer, take it only if it feels right to you. It's not up to me, it's not up to tarot. We've got the Judgment card out, that's a big messenger out. The first card we start with is the World. So this is talking about what lies beyond just your front door. This talks about people, places, that you haven't traveled to yet, that you haven't met yet. It's also about closing an old chapter, and it's the beauty of the World card is it's a very, very positive beginning of something. Next we have the Ace of Cups, and the Ace of Cups is introducing love or relationship, friendship. It rules over the heart, so that also means it rules over creativity. So for those Taurus I'm talking to who are like, I'm not into a love reading right now, well, the way that this energy would actually translate is something creative, crisp and new, what's possible. You might get to know yourself through a new skill set or a talent that you're developing. For those of you who are looking at love, this is about somebody new coming into your life or a love offer. So I can't wait to unpack that, but we're gonna have to wait a moment because we're moving on to the next message, which is Judgment. And all this ties together as well, right? You may surprise yourself. That's kind of our theme. Because you know you have the answers in you. Like we have this idea, some of us have this idea of a preset destiny, right? And some of us believe in like you make your own course. Well, this is a sense of knowing. Whatever runs along your path, you actually have the tools to navigate in a direction that best serves you. So we have Judgment card. This is a big change. Like this is a sense of life not quite ever going back to what it was. With the World card, the beautiful Ace of Cups card, and the Judgment card, this is compassion roaring in, and it's changing things. And it's a good change. It's a spiritual awakening. This is what a spiritual awakening looks like, and its vehicle is compassion. Its vehicle is emotion. It's heart space. This is healing, and this is ascension. This is ascending to another level with your spirituality. There's just no doubt about that right now. And the Oracle card, the two cards that flew out were all about intuition, and you know deeply inside what to do. Allow yourself to be surprised. Allow yourself to surprise yourself, because the next two cards are kind of calling you out, and in a good way. but there's something you're holding on to. With the Two of Wands in reverse, this is something that is difficult to let go. And because it could be straight up just your comfort zone. We find comfort zones, little pockets, little warm pockets of comfort inside relationships, inside jobs, inside our different homes and cities. And eventually we grow and we get too big for that little pocket. And that's when what was once a comfort zone turns into a toxic place. So in that sense, it's calling you out, because in order to move forward in this reading and have it be helpful to you, we have to call out what you need to let go of so that you can move forward. The emotional recovery card of the Three of Swords pops up. This is such an exciting card to get upside down, because it's such a beautiful meaning. When this is right side up, you're in the middle of it. You're in the throes of heartbreak. When it's right side up, upside down, this means you're healing from it. You're recovering from it. You're moving on. But there is something that Tarot is pointing out, and it's you're holding on to a comfort zone. And sometimes those comfort zones are things we tell ourselves. So it's up to you whether or not you want to dive into this further on your own and do that kind of homework of like, what is my comfort zone? What's the one thing that needs to change in order for me to move forward? What am I holding on to? Let's unpack this a little bit further. Let's talk about the world, and then I want to talk about this relationship or this love offer coming in with the Ace of Cups. The World card, please talk to me about Taurus World card. It might be scary, opening up your life in some capacity to the world. Maybe you're starting a YouTube channel. Maybe you are getting on online dating. Maybe you are getting on social media in a new way, but it creates a doorway to the unknown, to others, to travel possibly, okay? So it might be creating some anxiety because it's new, because you don't know what's going to walk through that doorway, but you have more control than you realize. And so it's natural. I wouldn't say this is a bad anxiety. It doesn't feel bad. You know how there's good fear and bad fear, and there's good anxiety and bad anxiety? This is just the anxiety around something new. So cut yourself a break. You might be getting some advice or therapy around somebody who was emotionally manipulative or just a bully, kind of an asshole. Like, this is the Three of Pentacles coming out with the King of Cups in reverse. It's important to note that when the King of Cups comes out in reverse, and it could be a water sign, a Pisces, a Scorpio, or a Cancer, this is just when everybody spends a little bit of time in their toxic selves, right? And it could be that they are stuck in a comfort zone as well, and that's why they're becoming emotionally manipulative or bully. They're in a toxic place though. They're getting help, or you're getting help with this. So and that could be the catalyst to why the World card is coming out, because it's a reaching out. It's a willingness to be like, something fresh, something new, or help. It can be a help card. It's welcoming the help. And of course, naturally, there's some anxiety in that opening the door. And it's getting loud out there, so I hope that you guys can hear me okay. It's raining. Okay, what's this? Ace of Cups. Let's get a fresh deck. Fresh new deck for this love offer, or creativity offer, but it rules the heart. The heart offer for Taurus. Tell us more about this. Ooh, Queen of Cups flying out. Whoa, the Star card. You have, and the World card on top of this. Oh my God, you got the World card twice. So this is, like, all the words are swimming and I have to let them settle down in my head because I get excited. So the World card, sometimes the answers are within you, right? Your Oracle card was pointing that out. You may surprise yourself. In hindsight, hindsight's 2020, you're gonna look back and be like, God, how did I know? Like, I just followed my intuition. There was an itching to reach out, to open myself up to what's possible beyond my front doorstep. When you do that, it leads to this big heart offering, this Ace of Cups. Love, compassion, creativity comes through in the form of the Queen of Cups. This could be a water sign. There's a lot of water. Do you have a lot of water signs around you or something? You're just getting a lot of cups. You got in the Prince of Cups, you got in the Knight of Cups, you got, the King. But this is beautiful because, in a sense, you've been working on, this is connecting you to something you've been working on for so long. So even though it's inviting the new in, you're going to have gratitude that you're actually prepared. What is that saying? There is no such thing as good luck. It's meeting opportunity with preparedness or something. I know I'm butchering that. If you know it, please put it in the comment section. It's going to drive me crazy. When something meets opportunity, preparedness. Anyway, the star card is healing, major healing. This is being seen. This is being recognized, not only by, having your prayers answered by the heavens, but by your peers. This is mass recognition, having your prayers answered. And it's coming from that moment when you swing open the windows in your life and you let that fresh breeze come in, and you're going to be prepared for it. You cannot get any more clear than that. Judgment card. What is this big transformation, this big spiritual awakening? To do this, the act of swinging open that window is the spiritual practice, is the leap of faith, you guys. Because what's going to happen if you don't is your power is slowly getting stripped from you by nobody but you, by nobody but that comfort zone. That's a better way to say it, so you don't feel like I'm pointing fingers at you. But nothing but that comfort zone is keeping you treading water. You're not moving forward in the lake, right? So it's the Eight of Pentacles is that work card, but it's upside down. So it's keeping you complacent, and it's keeping you from being in charge of your life with the Emperor energy. So you finally get to that point where you need to breathe. You need something new. You cannot just keep in this stagnancy. You have to, so this is research. This is taking a class. This is doing something that scares you maybe, but it's a good fear. It's that good anxiety I was talking to you about. And now we're talking about, in your reading, I'm going to the Two of Wands, and that is, what are you attached to, that comfort zone that you are holding on to, that you don't want to let go of. We have the High Priestess energy. That is that intuition. There's something that oh God, this is so clear. It's like you're waiting to get confirmation that you're right about something. Some of you guys might be waiting for somebody to come through and be like, to tell you the words that you've been waiting for. You want them, but they're not. You want them to change, or you want to hear a message from them. You believe you're the Page of Cups, believing, well, maybe there's a chance, that they're going to change, or they're going to say something. You're waiting for this message. This stubbornness, standing your ground, fighting off doubt. There's a comfort zone here, and I wouldn't be surprised if we kept on going, if the Devil card would fly out, because comfort zones are achieved sometimes by repetition or pattern. This person or this scenario might be recognizable. You might have had this come up in your life earlier. This could be you reliving a past relationship and a pattern of waiting for somebody to change, or somebody to tell you something that that proves you right. The question is, what do you need to be proved right on? That's the comfort zone, is the waiting. Because if you're always waiting for this person, or it's on somebody else, you're always waiting for somebody else, then you don't have to be held accountable for the changes you need to make in your own life. And I know that stings for some of you guys, but I'm delivering it with love, because the tarot is all about getting fresh perspective. So embracing the recovery, embracing the healing. And what does tarot have to say about that? Because it's time to heal, and healing sometimes requires action. And that's what this whole tarot reading is about, because you have the answers inside of you. We have the last card that flies out is actually ruled by Taurus. This is the Hierophant. The Hierophant talks about belief systems. It can talk about institutions. It can talk about marriage. But the belief systems that help us hold the universe in place. As human beings, we need a sense of control, because otherwise the reality is just too crazy. Life is too weird and crazy and unpredictable and unknown, and so we label things and categorize things, and we make religions, and we write books about it. And so in this sense, actually, this can help you. These institutions can help you, lead you on this path, guide you on a path of healing. The card that flies out with that is it also provides options. So as you heal, you're going to start seeing more and more options. And this is the window opening up. This is you spinning a globe and just putting your finger on it and being like, out of all the options, I'm choosing to have faith, simply for the fact that that's where my finger landed. And that is a combination of the healing, your faith, this spiritual awakening that you're going on. You don't literally have to spin a globe and put your finger on it, but that action of like, it is because I say it is. It is because I know that I'm connected to the divine and something bigger than me. And I'm choosing to have faith. And that moment I choose to have faith, that's when you create your destiny. That's when you manifest something special for yourself. I'm sending you off with love. Take good care, and I'll see you very soon. Please like and subscribe if this was valuable to you.